I didn't think y'all heard that.
Yo,
Yeah.
Memorial Day, America. What up, everyone? PFC 243 coming at you live.
Remember the Titans.
Tom's out here with his sunglasses on. He wears the shades at night. We're talking Champions League. Final review, Liverpool versus Real Madrid. We know we're a couple days late on this, but we figured we have a scouse in the on the host team that a lot of you guys want to hear his thoughts, his opinions on the drubbing that Real Madrid excuse me, on
The lucky lose of Ryan Hussey.
that Gareth Bale put on Liverpool. We're talking Champions final 3-1 Hala Madrid. Boss, what you got, bro? What happened to Momo? Or should I say Momo?
Look, I mean, Mito just came out with it as well. I've been saying it since I've seen it. Anyone that really knows how to defend and how to injure, Ramos went in with intent to injure.
Oh my God! You're really gonna ride
Get
that
out of
train?
here, dude.
How is it not? No.
Us.
Look at it. No, let me explain. Because as you're going into a guy, Salah, that hooked, and then Salah's trying to get his arm out. Ramos doesn't allow him. He pulls it even closer, and then when he falls, he makes sure that he falls on the arm, and then he rolls.
Damn straight.
I'm 100% with you. All these fucking pundits coming out saying, "Oh, that's just defending. It's a physical game." Ramos knew what he was doing. Salah initiated contact. Agreed. When he tried to hook Ramos,
that's what you
and
get.
then Salah tries to pull his arm out. He's like, "All right, I've had enough of this contact." Ramos pins him in, rolls him over, and then he goes and apologizes. Ramos, at least be a man, dude. At least own up to it. Give him a little flex or something. Don't sit there pretending like,
nah, it's a slick one. Hey, if you want,
fuck that coward shit.
If you want to engage with the lion, you're gonna get bit. Don't
complain. No, but the difference with lions, they don't bite you and be like, "Oops, my bad." They bite you and be like, "Yo, you fuck with a lion, don't bite."
Hey, the lion's just like, "Hey, I was just playing with you. I bit you, man. I was just playing with you." But you're a little fox, you know what I mean? You're a little fox. You're gonna get bit when a lion bites you and you're a little fox. It hurts a whole lot more than if you're also a lion. So
somewhere with me, man.
Salah made the contact. Their arms were hooked. Ramos, in my opinion, it was one of. I think every defender needs this nasty side to him. This is why, for me, he's the best center back in the world, and he's a complete defender. He has a little bit of everything: distribution, aerial ability, tackling, and
goals.
That nasty side to him in the game. Goals as well. I mean, he's a true leader, captaining Madrid. I loved it. What I didn't love was the fact that Mo Salah got hurt. That, to me, depleted the game.
I'm sick of everyone crying about this intentional bullshit. You know, did he mean to pull him down? Of course he meant to pull him down, because if he doesn't, Salah's in behind, Ramos out of position. It's gonna be a 3-on-2. If Salah spins free, he's gonna be in behind Ramos, who's almost near half.
That's
and Mane's making a run.
You got to bring him down. Is he trying to dislocate his shoulder? It was the other arm, first of all, that got injured, not the one he grabbed. You know, he fell funny. It happens.
No, when it came down to it, he did. I mean, look, they talked about it before the game. He knew that they're going to try to play Liverpool tough. And look, everyone knew that. Well, I at least thought they were going to at least try to take out Salah, because everyone knows if you take out Salah, you take out Liverpool.
I'm sorry. Does that mean it's Salah FC? Are you finally ready to admit it?
No, because when it comes down to it,
what you just said.
No. Because who shows up? Sadio Mane. Because if you take out the carriers factor of those stupid blunders, two of them, without their best player, Liverpool, Real Madrid, are still 1-1. They both hit posts, Isco, and then Mane hit post again.
With that lefty shot.
What?
Yeah, Mane with that lefty shot. That was.
I think it's a lucky shot. Oh, okay. And then Trent Alexander-Arnold had a great shot. Navas right there.
But Huss, what about the injury
I've
on the
always
other
liked
side?
Navas. What?
Sorry to cut you off, Huss. What about the injury on the other side? Danny Carvajal gets injured, pulls his hamstring after attempting a back heel. I mean, that's their starting right back.
Tom, those fucking glasses are ridiculous, bro.
I can't read them.
I can't listen, bro. I'm just looking at the glasses. We're gonna have to
you can't see
one up. My bad, man. Go ahead.
These are my cop glasses right here. These are license and registration.
Whoop, whoop.
That's right. Get them handcuffs.
I mean, and that for Carvajal, I do feel bad.
Yeah.
Because he didn't deserve to be injured right there. He's playing hard. I mean, same thing. It's kind of 1-for-1 for injuries, but we all know that Real Madrid can win without Carvajal. Liverpool, the uphill battle without Salah is immense, but yet the one thing that Liverpool fans need to take out of this is that Liverpool, they've already signed Fabinho. They got Keita coming in. They are going to build this team up. They're probably going to get a new goalie because if you take
Probably.
I mean, right?
We'll
Right?
get back to that real quick. But again, without maybe the hottest player in the world at the moment.
Ew.
No, you mean like maybe the most dangerous player at right now.
There you go.
Then there's still 1-1 if you take out the goalie errors, and that's very respectable by a Liverpool team where no one even thought they would get to this place and said that they had such an easy route. They they hung in there more than the other teams.
This to me was like this to me was the most fugazi final I was watching until a couple of things happened. I mean, Salah goes down hurt, Carvajal goes down hurt, Isco cowishness hits the crossbar. I mean, and then all of a sudden, Madrid go up, and that goal initiated everything. At first, let's talk about the play. Let's delve a little bit deeper, right? So at first, I thought Benz was offsides. That first goal Real Madrid scored, and then Karius just like rolls it into his path.
Oh my God!
Like this was the worst mistake.
Oh my God!
I've ever seen in a final, or pretty much ever. This is youth soccer mistake.
Well, not only that, to add on to that, not only did he roll into the Benzema path, but he is more so goalie left, and he's rolling into goalie right across the goal as well. Dude, there's someone wide open on the left. Just go right there, man. Or just hold the ball for a second, let people get up, then distribute the ball. The ball.
This falls under the category of, I was reading an article about how Bob Paisley and Bill Shankly, ex-Liverpool Champions League winners or European Cup winners, had a rule, or not a rule, but mentality they would instill in their players, and it was called find the dope. Because someone's going to fall asleep for a millisecond on a throw-in, on a free kick, and they're not going to lose it. They lose their concentration. You got to find the dope. And Benzema found the dope, man. I think everyone's giving Benzema enough credit. Third highest goal scorer in the Champions League history behind Raul, Messi, and Ronaldo. So he's fourth,
But
57 goals.
Okay, keep going, man.
No, I'm just saying that goal, I mean, he acted like he was going to stop running, turn around, completely duped Karius into throwing the ball out, and he was there to react. Incredible agility, quickness, and creativity.
But even last round against Bayern, remember when the goalie, it wasn't Neuer, I forget what his name was, but he went to like pick it up, and you realized he couldn't pick it up, went to kick it.
Oh yeah,
against Madrid, Benz was the benefactor of that as well. So I mean, he's definitely he's a heads up poacher type of play. He likes to take advantage of that. But for me, man, the story of the Champions League final. Other than this, and there's so many storylines, honestly, in this game. The Salah injury, the triple repeat, the three-peat, I should call it. But for me, Gareth Bale steals the show and comes in with his first touch, Doug. His first touch, guys. He scores a miraculous bicycle kick. I mean, we saw CR7 do it earlier in the year, but for me, this was the best goal I've seen. From a substitute in a final. Like, are you kidding me?
All right, bro. How specific are you gonna get? This was the best goal I've seen from a substitute on a final on a Saturday afternoon in May
in the Ukraine.
Come on, bro.
Who was a lefty?
But no, for real. That was when I first saw that live. I saw the bike. I was like, wow, CR7 back at it. No, it's Gareth Bale. And then I was like, you know what? He probably just flung his leg up there.
Yeah.
Trying to get a bike. Dude, the replays. This dude literally does a bike, like pumps his legs and then bikes it. That's how you know it's intentional technique.
It wasn't even a full kick. It wasn't even a full kick either, man. He kept the full kick back and just made good contact and dipped it. Like that technique was through the roof.
It was
who crossed the ball, Tiki? Marcelo.
Yeah.
Best back in the world.
I knew you were ready
the assist on the game-winning goal in the final.
And Marcelo with his weak foot. I mean, I gotta give him props. Hey, man, he's one of the best left wingers in the world. I'm not gonna lie, man. Left back, I don't know about that.
And
Where
look,
was he in the field, dude? He was in the final third. He was one of the highest players on the pitch.
well, I'll tell
Dude,
you
but I
what,
can't
Salah
I
was
can't. Go ahead, go ahead.
when Salah was in, he was preventing
No,
Marcelo from attacking
no.
as much.
Yeah.
But as soon as he
Did
got
you see the
injured,
free kick?
and I know
Did you see
Salah
the
slipped
free
up on the
kick?
goal, on the Mane goal, right? So for me, Ramos gets beat up by Lovren in the air, who Lovren I thought had a pretty good game. Beats Ramos out in the air. And then it's Marcelo who's caught flat-footed marking Mane. So I knew you were thinking something as soon as that happened, though. But
Dude,
I told you, he's good to give up a goal, but he's also good to get you a goal
Give
and more an assist.
Give me Roberto Carlos, bro, all day, every day.
Yeah.
But
Come on. That's the best left back ever.
thank you, bro. Relax, Marcel. That's whose shoes you're trying to fill.
Marcelo's
But nah, man, I gotta give him. I gotta give him props, man. Yeah, best left mid, left winger. Sure.
Best
Dealing
left
with
back.
Hazard. Dude, he got caught out of position. He's lucky Salah was on that pitch. There was.
But does it
one
matter,
possession.
Tiki? This guy's won 3 Champions Leagues in a row, and
Bro,
a Liga title.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter. This is just a personal opinion, but at the end of the day, the dude is flying back to Madrid or flying to Russia with another medal in his
He's
cap.
a legend, man. I'm telling you, he's a legend.
Look, he's not for me. He's not my cup of tea. That's not what I want for my fullbacks. But I can't sit here and say he doesn't belong in Madrid. I mean, he's won 3 in a row, dude. What more can I say? He's just not my style of player, but he's a baller. There's no denying it.
The way Real Madrid play, man, fits into their style. With Zidane's, seemingly no tactics approach to every game, where everyone just kind of, maverick, gunslingers. But the class of Real Madrid was just too high for Liverpool. They tried their press that beat Man City, and Madrid can just keep the ball. They're probably one of the best teams at keeping the ball individually.
Dude, but to be fair, man, the first 20 minutes of this game, I thought Liverpool was going to come out a little cagey, try to find your feet. Dude, the first 20 minutes of this game, Liverpool bossing the game, Salah turning people, got on the wrong side of Marcelo. I was like, licking my chops. I was like, all right, finally the debate's going to be put to rest. Salah's going to get himself a brace and Tom's going to have to recover. But once Salah went out, man, you could just see the energy just sapped out of the team. That's what I've been saying all year, and Huss won't admit it. It's Salah FC, dude. But obviously it's a whole team. You need the other 10 players, 9 players. You don't really need Karius in there. But
traffic cone.
Right? But no, man, like as soon as Salah went out, you saw Real Madrid. They're like, this is our moment. I thought maybe some way, somehow, Liverpool was going to pull a Portugal circa 2016 when Ronaldo went out and Eder came through as a hero. The only guy playing in this game, all game, Sadio Mane, about this life. I've been talking about the shadow theory. Him, when Coutinho was balling, Sadio Mane was always suffering. When Salah was balling, Sadio Mane was always suffering. When Salah went out, Mane's the only dude. Where was Firmino? Was he playing? Where's Lallana? He's had all year to rest. Nothing. Where was Hendo? All these dudes took a nap, except maybe Lovren. I'll give Lovren and maybe Virgil
Arnold
here and there. But
yeah, Virgil was solid. Lovren was solid. I mean, I like Robertson as well, man. Robertson was
Trent Alexander.
He was what the youngest player to ever play in the Champions League final at 19 years of age and something like that. So like there's so many storylines in this game, man. And like for me though, I mean, obviously for me, Firmino disappeared. Karius with the mistakes, but I think this game, Luka Modric cemented himself as the best central midfielder in the world. This man was doing everything.
He's one of the best in history,
everything.
Man. He's
looking at
all the time.
Agreed, Al. Agreed.
The Croatian wizard, man. 4 Champions Leagues. He left Spurs. Now he's got 4. And he was he was integral for every single. I mean, he's that holding mid. He's the Iniesta. He's the Iniesta of this team.
Dude, and you watch him, man. He's got a bit of a lazy flow about him, like so calm. And I saw him in his final third, just faking dudes out with a clearance. Like, oh, I'm gonna clear it. Nah, bro, I'm gonna lob this over your head. Like,
there is no uncomfortable situation. There's no uncomfortable situation you can put.
And he gets his shorts dirty, man. He gets his shorts dirty. That's the best part. Cruz is a baller, man. Cruz does his thing too. That holding mid position, underrated, almost like a Busquets a little bit. But man, you watch Luka Modric. Dude, I love that dude, man. One of my favorite players all time.
Yeah, to me, he showed me
World Cup. I can't wait.
Huss, you salty back there? What's going on?
The fact
when it comes down to it, I think people are giving too much praise to Real Madrid, or they're hating on Liverpool a little bit too much because, look, the scoreline did not really describe the game.
Yes, it did.
No, listen. Because when you say Real Madrid's class was too much for Liverpool, no, it was too much for Karius, not too much for Liverpool. Again,
I'm sorry, what jersey was Karius playing? Or what jersey was he wearing?
No, I understand that.
On a set piece.
I understand that. But it took one of the best goals we've seen maybe ever in Champions League. If you take out Karius's goals or lack of saves, it took Gareth Bale to do that bicycle kick, one of the best goals we've ever seen in Champions League history, to tie the game. Not to win it, to tie.
Madrid wasn't
even going. So it's not like they were getting played off the park. No, Karius made 2 stupid errors. So it's not like, Real Madrid was doing this, doing this.
No, but there's no doubt that Madrid grew into the game after Salah got injured. After Salah got injured, Madrid began to dominate the game.
They absolutely bossed this game, especially in the second half. You know, Liverpool had that one set piece they scored on. Other than that, they didn't have many chances going forward. I think you take out the Gareth Bale bike and the mistake by Karius on the second goal, they still find a way to score. Extra time, they still find a way to score, man. Like you can take out those 2 goals, take out all 3.
Dude, even
find a way to score.
Even Asensio coming off the bench, obviously he didn't have much to do, but like a guy like that, we've seen Asensio score from 30, 40. We've seen him dribble by players. Like they just had more class. It was just one of those situations. The worst case scenario happened for Liverpool. Your best player got injured on the big stage, man. If Salah was in there, you might have a bit more of a case. Like, oh, maybe he could have done this, that. But like once Salah was gone, this is Salah FC. The reason why Liverpool even finished top 4 this year, in my opinion, 40 goals from Salah. That's why, dude. That's why, man.
No, I understand that. That's proving the point even more for me when I say that that's how well Liverpool hung in there when they lost.
No, that's how well Salah hung in there. That's it. No, not that one player. You guys are battling.
I'm talking about in the game versus Real Madrid because people saying, "Oh, they played Liverpool off the park." No, they didn't.
Hussey,
well, here's the thing.
Real Madrid barely got out of 3rd gear, maybe 4th gear. They barely got out of 3rd, 4th gear, and they still didn't have a problem. They barely broke a sweat, and that's what I'm talking about with the class. They didn't even play the best game.
What Cristiano do? He was lost. He's in the shadows.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't even need him.
They didn't even need him. That's
Salah's point.
Liverpool
the defense did so well that you didn't even see CR7. They shut him down.
Liverpool only has 1 superstar. That's Salah. Real Madrid has like 4 or 5 superstars, man. Sergio Ramos, CR7, Gareth Bale. They have superstars coming off the bench.
Even Benz is old, but like Benz is still
Tony
a superstar,
Cruz,
man.
No,
Modric.
I think
people
Marcelo.
not consider
Marcelo, I might hate on him, but he's a baller.
No, there needs to be an investigation, and we need to check out Karius' bankroll right now, his bank account. Because if it just went up 10 million pounds, we know where that came from. If he has like another 20 million euros in his bank account, well, we know why.
Look, Huss, you know what it is? It's that big stage, man. Karius had an incredible Premier League season, but you get 38 games to show yourself. And like, yes, there's pros and cons to that. Do you have the stamina to go 38 games? The advantage of playing 38 games is that if you screw up in one, you have another 37 to make it up. But the big stage, aka the World Cup, the Euros, the Champions League semis and finals, like those are the true big stages. That's when contracts are made. We're talking about Gareth Bale all of a sudden now is a $300 million player. They're talking about United needs to pay 385 million pounds to get this dude. Like
he's clutch. Gareth Bale's clutch, in my opinion. Like it, bruh.
If he's not injured,
Champions League final. That's the
key.
He's done something.
Yeah, the key is can he help you over 38 games? I don't think he's worth the squeeze, man. Like dude. All right, take him at Arsenal, man. He'll sit out most of the year, and hopefully the rest of your team will get you into that final, so Bale can get you over the edge.
Hell yeah.
His injury record for me is what kills me. If he was a healthy player, yeah, I'd say sure, man, go for it. Break the bank for that dude. But
you know what, man?
History of it, man. The last 3 seasons, he has a history. It's not
you know who else had a history of injuries? Iron Robin. Remember that?
Yeah, and look at him. But now he's at Bayern playing. Yeah, but now he's at Bayern playing half the games. Like he's not.
Yeah, well, that's because he's older. But don't forget, he came back and won that Champions League, right? They lost in the first one. He came back, won that Champions League. So all I'm saying is, guys at a later stage can get healthier, and class is permanent. Form is temporary. So for me, Gareth Bale would be worth the squeeze. He's just shown what that at the biggest stage he's ice in his veins. And at the same time, yes, okay, I get the longevity, but his
bro.
goal to game ratio is still crazy for the amount of games he played.
Well, I don't know if I would pay that much money for him.
I wouldn't either.
But when it comes down to it, he did prove it in England when he was the main guy. He proved in a high Real Madrid when a high pressured situation.
That's the highest of expectations.
And not only that, but he proved it at the Euros with Wales when he was getting those free kicks, when he was the guy that had to do things over and over again. He kept coming back, and everyone thought Wales might make a run at these Euros because of how well he's playing.
Wheels.
But so, a shout out to Southampton because they had a lot of ex-players play. Because if Southampton could just keep their players, they very well could have made a run at Champions League.
Yeah, right. But Tom, speak of class, Tom. There's one man we haven't really mentioned yet. He gets no credit for what is
Who that?
In 30 months, he's won 3 Champions Leagues.
Jordan Henderson.
That's the most of all time. He's tied with Carlo Ancelotti and Bob Paisley. Most Champions Leagues. Zinedine Zidane. If this was Pep Guardiola in Barcelona, people would be on the rooftops, screaming, crying, falling in the street, fainting. But it's not Pep Guardiola. It's not tiki-taka. It's Real Madrid. It's Zinedine Zidane. And this guy gets no credit. It's all luck.
Al,
it's all tricks. They don't deserve it. It's bullshit.
Al, you know why it's not bullshit, dude? Because Pep got the same treatment. When Pep was doing this, everyone was like, Barcelona, of course he can. So Zizou's getting the same treatment, dude. Zizou has to find the next club. What he did at Real Madrid, congrats, dude. You're the first guy.
It's not even that, man.
Bruh, it's the first team. Guys, it's the first team.
He's not getting any credit. It's all...
Nah, he's getting credit, bro, but he's getting that Pep credit. We're like, oh yeah, that's cute, but can you do it with another club?
No, man, people sweated Pep.
Can you do it at Stoke on a pole?
Nah, they didn't sweat. I sweated Pep. Most people didn't sweat Pep. Tom didn't
Is this the best team of all time?
The mass media sweated Pep. I'm with Al.
What I'm trying to say is that with Madrid, it's not this is the best team we've ever seen. It's like, is this the best team of all time? Where Pep Guardiola,
you know why it's not? But you know why it's not, Al? Because of the league, bro. That's why. Like, if he did a double or maybe took Barcelona to like match day 35, 36 for the last 3 years, you can say that. But like, focus on, you only need to win. I think what is it like 10 games or so to win a Champions League. You only need to focus for 10 games, dude. And I don't want to take it away from Zizou. He's one of my favorite players all time. But I'm saying like that salt, Pep got the same salt, bro. Like you did it with Real Madrid. Congrats. In the league, he's collapsing, bro. Cristiano Ronaldo did nothing this year for him, and that's not Zizou's fault. It is the players he has. But like that's salt, man. It comes with managing the greatest club in the world. Right. Now, if he goes elsewhere and he does the same thing, then you gotta like look at Pep. Finally, now has everyone's credit because he went to Manchester City, Baby Blues, and did it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Broke 13 records. He finally now has the haters' respect. Zizou's gonna feel this.
Zizou's a genius. If you're hating on Zizou right now, you're a moron. If you're just saying, "Oh yeah, it's just because that he's at Real Madrid."
I was saying the same thing about Pep, man.
Real Madrid.
But
the same thing about Pep.
So many dudes were at Madrid, and they didn't three-peat in the Champions League. This is the first time since 1976 that a team has done this. So this is absolutely unbelievable. Real Madrid sent with 13 trophies, UEFA Champions League trophies. The most out of any club ever. I mean, for CR7, this is monumental. But you have to look at Zizou's tactics. Real Madrid, for the longest time, was a 4-3-3 team. They changed it to 4-4-2, and he adapted. He let the players dictate his formation. You know what I mean? And he was willing to give guys like Isco a chance. And Isco ended up choking after, basically letting the media know that Zizou doesn't play him. For me, Zizou's a player's coach. He's like, all right, prove yourself. Dude chokes, gets subs out, puts Gareth Bale in. Yeah, he hasn't really been feeling Gareth Bale all year. So look, man, like,
I don't want to, man. Yeah, but I don't want to say Isco choked, bro. Like Isco struggled in the final, sure, but like you look at the build up to that final, Isco helped, man. He put in his own, just like Asensio did. Asensio is gonna come out and say he's not getting enough burn, which is fair.
You know what it was? It reminded me of the Antoine Griezmann moment. Like, that was your moment. That was your moment to really steal it, or at least score the goal. Me, Isco, if he scores that goal, he's starting next year.
Yeah, but I think he's starting next year anyway. It's either between him and Asensio. I think Ronaldo's out. of Real Madrid. Hot take. Well, not really a hot take.
That's a hot take.
Dude,
that's a hot take. Let's talk about that.
He came out and he said, "Look, I'll tell you about my future in a little bit." He said, "I need some few days." Dude, it's Real Madrid, man. Why are we pretending like this is like they got rid of original Ronaldo? They got rid of Zizou. They got rid of.
I know, Beckham. but it's a three-peat. Why would he leave now? Is my question.
Because where else? Where? How much higher can you go? You've done it, bro. You've done it. Go to PSG, get that oil money, cruise. Yeah, everyone will say, "Oh, PSG will never." Who cares? Get that paycheck money. You're still, winning trophies and that. You'll win League One. No one cares, but like. You go out gracefully.
To me, CR7 doesn't seem to be a guy who's driven by the money. He seems to be a guy who's driven by being the greatest player ever. And he's got a contemporary in Messi who he has to compete against.
And he's failing against Messi because Messi.
No, he's not.
Dude, this year was the biggest gap I've seen
in the league
have played. Yeah, but that's
league,
over
right?
38 games. But
but then what about the Champions League?
Hey,
he set all sorts of records.
A little bit of context for this in Real Madrid. The argument: are they one of the best teams of all time because of the success in Europe? 4 Champions Leagues in 5 years. First team to go three-peat back to first team to do twice, and bring in Bayern Munich in the 70s. Beckenbauer, one of the best teams of all time in history regarded. You look back, they won 3 in a row. One of those years they won the Champions League, they finished in 10th place in the league. And no one remembers that. They only remember those 3 in a row.
Hell yeah.
And I think it's going to happen to this Real Madrid team again, looking back on it. It doesn't matter if they finished in 3rd place. The last year they did the double of the league and the Champions League. I think this was just a lull. They didn't invest anyone in the summer. They let James go. They let Morata go. They didn't bring in really anybody except these youth guys. So I think this summer, if they rebuild, they have a chance at the league next year. They didn't have the depth to go 38 games.
But you guys are sitting here acting like Real Madrid is not the type of team to go get Neymar this year. You know what I mean? Like,
of course they are.
You guys are getting emotional about Ronaldo's doing so well.
Why you think that?
I think
because you're saying there's no way Ronaldo leaves. I'm saying, dude, it's a real possibility Ronaldo leaves on top. Like, why wouldn't you leave after a treble?
Because he has a chance to go 4 in a row.
Or he has a chance to remind everyone that Messi's better. Tom's sitting over here saying Messi's better. This year, Tom, was the first year I heard you change your tune. And it hurt me a little bit, man. I was a little offended. I didn't want to argue too much because it's comparing 2 greats. It's really a preference. But like this year was your first year in the entire battle where you said Messi's better. Ronaldo knows that. You saw him in the Champions League final, dude. He tried to take people on one-on-one. That Virgil move. When Virgil went down for the slide,
Virgil versus CR.
Dude, Ronaldo's lost a step. He knows it deep down in his heart. And do you want to sit there in the same league, continue to be compared to Messi, and you're on the slide, not because you suck, but just because Father Time gives no fucks? Dude, he's gonna go out like a warrior on his horse.
He's gonna steal all Ibrahimovic's records.
He's gonna go to PSG, get that oil money, get worshipped in Paris, one of the greatest cities in the world, and win a League One just to add to the trophy cabinet, keep that sponsorship money coming in, and who knows, maybe make a run at the Champions League. Probably won't win it, but like he'll be that dude.
That's why you see right there.
There's also been talk of him possibly coming back to United for the 10th time since he left.
Look.
The number 10 jersey is open.
Look.
Him and Lukaku up top.
But he's not CR10, dude. Not CR10.
What about 7?
I know.
Yeah, he's not CR10.
That's been in the
on 10%.
Apparently, Jose Mourinho has been in touch and contact. All these bullshit rumors,
Nah, man. Look, I think. Dude, he literally, they were asked him about his future, and he was like, "I'll let you know in a few days." That signals right there that Florentine Perez up there is thinking, who's the next guy up? Because he don't give a fuck. Ronaldo gave him 3. He's not going to sit there and be like, why not 4? He's going to be like, when are we getting Neymar? Because he's next in line. When are we getting Mbappé Lotin? He's next in line. Not that I disrespect Ronaldo, but man, Real Madrid, they only want to fuck 10s, bro. And Ronaldo's starting to look like a 9.
Put it this way. PSG bought Neymar last year for £200 million. They can't buy Cristiano this year because of the fact that Mbappe.
If they sell those 2, they can. If they sell Mbappe to Real Madrid,
have to sell those 2, but I don't
sell
think
Neymar to Man City.
I don't think they're going to. And then you got
jersey money.
They got the Mbappe loan, which actually turned into a buy this year for £130 million. I don't see Ronaldo leaving this summer. I see him leaving the summer after because I really think that he's going to go for 4 Champions Leagues in a row.
Getting emotional, guys.
Yeah,
No,
but
I'm not getting emotional. I
if
think
you listen to his
one of those moments that
post-match,
Cristiano Ronaldo is looking
listen
else-
to what
who
he
else
said
gets
in the
4
post-match. Just listen
his
to what-
post-match comments.
I've been
Ronaldo,
listening for like the last hour.
Go ahead, Al. No, I'm saying
his
go ahead.
his post-match comments, man. Like even when he won the 5th Ballon d'Or, he's like, "Wow, I won 5. I didn't think I'd win more than like 3." Now I've won another Champions League. He's like, "Man, like I've done it all. I've won it all." And now he's saying himself, it's not about the money. It's about he wants to play more games. He doesn't want to be saved for Champions League only. He wants to be the top dog again somewhere.
Do you think he'll play more at Real Madrid next year? He's going to
No
play
way.
even less. That's
Dude,
my point, man.
Zidane's no romantic about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Real Madrid's not romantic, guys. Like, if this was Man United, I'd be like, all right, he's going to give it one more. If this was any other club, even Barcelona, I'd be like, he'll give it one more. Barcelona will have a romantic farewell with Messi, just like they did with Xavi, just like they did with Iniesta. Like, they'll be romantic. Real Madrid's not a romantic team, dude. And that's why they literally asked him in his post-match. Guys, fans out there, if you're listening, just listen to Ronaldo's post-match interview. These guys are giving me shit like I'm some Ronaldo hater, even though I watched them when
What
he was
guys?
acne out.
Who's
Tom and fucking Huss.
There you go. Thank you.
Bruh.
Like, they're getting all emotional about it. This dude is at a club that only bangs 10s and 11s, bro. And you saw Ronaldo. He's no longer a 10. Go ahead, Tom.
I think because you have to look at what he delivered this Champions League run.
Nah,
And
man.
The main issue is that a guy like Neymar, he wants to be the alpha. He doesn't want He doesn't want to play second to anyone. So that's why I don't think him and CR7 will work.
That's what. No. But you're assuming that, like, one state, dude. If Ronaldo leaves, they're opening up room for either Mbappe or Neymar. You know what I mean? And if Ronaldo goes to PSG, Neymar's not staying. Like, this is a whole.
Spending this. I think they're going to be moves made by Madrid this summer because they saw what happened in the league. They just didn't have the
Hell
depth.
yeah. And Ronaldo didn't have the legs to carry them in the league. Like, Ronaldo went, 11 games without scoring, chasing Messi's tail. Like, that's a real sign, man. I love the dude. I worship the dude. But Father Time waits for no man. He waits for no man. Just the legs aren't there anymore.
I still see Cristiano staying one more time because if he can go 4 in a row, that's what cements him over Messi.
He's already been cemented over Messi.
No, I wouldn't say he's cemented over Messi at all.
More Champions Leagues, more trophies with his national team,
but more La Ligas,
more records.
The World Cup is the only,
and that's only for now because Cristiano has a good chance of retiring before Messi. So you don't know what Messi's going to do after CR7 leaves. Because if he goes somewhere else and things start to be not as structured, shall we say, as Real Madrid, he might not be in the Champions League final ever again, or he might not win the Ballon d'Or because they say, oh, he moved away from one of the toughest, if not the toughest league in the world. So it might become Messi's world. You understand? So Cristiano
understand.
And if he can get 4 in a row and get that extra Ballon d'Or, that's where he cements himself above Messi. Because if he leaves now, there's still a chance that Messi cements himself over.
I'm not sitting here saying Cristiano wants to leave Real Madrid. I'm not saying that.
No,
I'm
saying that.
Real Madrid might be done with Cristiano, bro. That's all I'm saying. And Cristiano, for the fact that he didn't commit right away, they asked him, what's the future look like? He said, I need a few days. I need some days to think about it. I will tell you in the coming days. That means his agent needs to talk to Perez, Florentine Perez, and the Real Madrid board or whatever, whoever makes the decisions right now, and they need to figure out, hey, do I still have a job here? Of course, Ronaldo wants to stay, bro. Where else would he go? Of course.
I don't
know. Does Real Madrid want to keep him? That's the question.
To me, he's still a 10. I don't think you do. This is a man who said he wants to play until he's 41.
Look, he's a 10, but Messi's out there playing at 12. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. You're right. But for a guy who's slowing down statistically, he still notched 44 goals last season.
And Messi Champions League final.
He won a Champions League. The year before, he had 42 goals. So it's a step up from last year.
But
he took the first third of the season off with just being out of form.
But as football pundits, can we say he's lost a step? He used to be a 13, 14. He's now playing at a 10.
He's evolved his game to a one-touch finisher,
hardest competition.
That's what I'm. But that's what. Yeah, Tom. Of course, it's hardest competition. But over 38 games, my man struggled because he doesn't have the legs. Father time. It's the same argument where Al was offended when we're talking about Rooney. Rooney is a legend.
Don't you talk about him.
It's the same way Tom's now getting defensive about Ronaldo. Of course, Ronaldo wants to stay at Madrid. Father time / Real Madrid. Father time. Dude, just listen to the list of the guys they got rid of, man. Like, they don't give a shit. Like, you can be going to back to back.
But remember this. Those players, as well as great as they are, they're still not CR7. CR7 has a chance to become maybe the best player of all time. So when it comes down to it, they don't walk into Perez's office and say, "Oh, do you want to keep us next year?" No, they're sitting down with him saying, "This is what we're thinking. What are you thinking? We thinking probably at least one more year, maybe two."
No. You're assuming that. That's not what they said. That's not what they said.
What they say then? What they say then?
Options. Ronaldo literally was asked, "Hey man, what's good with Real Madrid next year?" He was like, "Yo, I need to talk business with these dudes." You're putting words into their mouths. Your wishes, my wishes. No, I'm not. He literally came out and said, "I don't know." Real Madrid right here. They asked Zidane, "What do you think?" Cristiano's happy and will continue to be happy. I'm not here to talk about anyone. I'm going to continue to celebrate. Like,
would you expect him to answer? Because it was after Champions League final.
It's not him, dude. It's not up to Ronaldo. It's up to Perez, bro, the owner of Real Madrid, who's known to be a nut. It's up to him. It's not up to Ronaldo. Ronaldo will stay. If it's up to Ronaldo, he will stay at Real Madrid. He doesn't want to leave. There's nowhere to leave to.
No, I still believe that when it comes down to it, he's going to stay for at least one more year. It makes sense for him to stay for one more year.
Doesn't make sense for Perez.
I think it does, because he has a chance to have maybe the greatest, or with all the accolades that he's won, maybe the greatest player of all time.
But if Neymar,
that's Real Madrid over Barcelona, because if Neymar and Messi can make sure that he gets more accolades than Cristiano and really just comes alive for the next 3 or 4 years, then it's Barcelona has the best player of all time. So it's not just Cristiano versus Messi, it's Real Madrid versus Barcelona.
But Cristiano's 32, 33 years old. If Neymar's dad, if the reports have been true that he's been trying to engineer a move for his son to go to Real Madrid, and I don't see why Neymar wouldn't go to Real Madrid.
Yeah,
I don't see why it wouldn't. No, but they're trying to do it right now. Like, I'm basing this on stories I've read.
Yeah, but
literally, Neymar is dropping all kinds of hints that PSG is a shite club. Not shite club, but, what am I doing over here? Neymar's dad's literally saying, "Yo, should have gone to Real Madrid." You got Barcelona stars saying, if Neymar goes to Real Madrid, and by stars, I mean Iniesta and Xavi, coming out and saying, if Neymar goes to Madrid, it'll be a disgrace, which goes to show you the story has legs. Will it happen? Who the fuck knows, dude?
Well, Neymar also came out and said the rumors with Real Madrid are nonsense.
Of course he has to say that. He's at that club. Of course.
But of course, Cristiano has to say that I'm going to take a few days to look at my future. He just won the biggest soccer trophy in the world.
He literally said,
so it's relax, dude.
Asked him right after the game. This is his quote. It was very nice to be at Real Madrid. In the next few days, I will talk. That's words out of Ronaldo's mouth.
There's nothing wrong with that. Why would he discuss his future?
It was very nice. Not it is. It was very nice to be at Real Madrid.
That signals his time is coming to an end.
That signal, man. That's a real signal. I'm not sitting here saying he's leaving, Huss. But I'm saying you guys saying he'll stay just out of emotion.
No,
there's nothing.
I'm not saying out of emotion.
I'm saying
it is out of emotion. Where's your basis that he'll stay? The fact that he wants to win 4? Of course he does. But he says it was very nice to be at Real Madrid, Ronaldo said. In the next days, I will talk. Oh, guys. Come on, man.
I'm not buying too much into
Ronaldo's words.
Yeah, man. I think we just have to. That was a professional response.
Professional response is that, hey, I'm happy to be at this club. I'm happy to be here. Blah blah blah. I want to stay. It's not
win more.
It's not. Hey, everybody. It was good to see you all. I'll catch you next week. That's how you say when you want to stay at a club. Professionals, you just bite your tongue, say, "Hey, thank you very much.
I'm happy. Look at Griezmann. Look at Griezmann at ATL. Griezmann at ATL literally is like, yo, I'm happy here, man. I'm happy. Even though he's linked with Barcelona, I'm happy here.
The last 3 years he's been saying that. Last 4 years he's been saying that.
Exactly, man. This is hey man, watch
maybe
out.
Cristiano's working some hardball now because maybe he wants a statue. Maybe he wants a little part ownership.
He doesn't want another statue. That statue was hideous.
No, I'm talking about Real Madrid.
Again, that's what I'm saying. Like your opinions are coming from your head. And like I'm just basing this on what I've read.
On one word.
On his
all
word.
that emotion, with all that celebration, you're basing off of one single word. So you don't know yet.
Yes. But on all that emotion, he's choosing to be negative, not like, oh, this is the greatest club. I want to go for 4 next year. He's saying it was very nice to be here, guys. I'll talk to you in a few days.
He chose his words very, very, very precisely in that situation.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's leaving. I'm just saying, guys, like your fantasy of him going for a 4th and beating out Messi, blah, 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 is based on emotion. It's not based on reporting. It's not based on words out of Ronaldo's mouth. Guys, this is a real situation here. Ronaldo might be leaving Real Madrid this summer.
Well, I mean, again, after
I use the word might.
No, again, after championships with the emotion, you say he used it very calculated. I don't know if that is. I'll put it this way: when Kevin Garnett, not to switch sports, he was given money to say a certain line after they won the championship by Adidas, and he messed it up because of all the emotion of winning a championship. Things are said, especially you get caught up in the emotion of that game.
He was, man. I don't think he was caught up in anything. I think he was trying to speak to the world, and
there was other things that happened in this game other than CR. Man, I get it. He's a major topic line, but
you're right.
Real quick, let's talk about the one
question. I have a
question.
1 billion. Is Klopp cursed?
No.
6 in a row, Huss?
I don't think he's cursed at all because he's going in as the underdog every single time.
And he's losing every single time.
No. It's not so much about, hey, he's losing every single time. It's the fact that he's bringing teams that shouldn't be in the Champions League final to the Champions League final. And it's just that little bit. He just needs to get over that hump. And I think it's one of those things where it's a good story where Klopp will finally get one. You just don't know where yet. It could be at Liverpool, could be at Bayern Munich, could be at Real Madrid. I think in time he will get one. You just don't know where. So it's just.
I think he needs to take a page out of Jose Mourinho's book, The Underdog Master. Inter Milan and FC Porto had no business winning the Champions League, yet he did it both times as the underdog.
I'm not saying that he's a better manager than Jose Mourinho in his heyday.
I'm saying this underdog mentality has to go. It doesn't matter if you're the underdog. It matters that you lost. That's what you got to assess.
No, I understand, but I'm not going to say he's cursed. He's brought these teams where, so you can say, oh, he's cursed because he lost in the final 6 times, or you can be like, oh, really? We're not going to talk about him because there's so many other managers that haven't even got there.
No, the difference is that now he's in that debate. Like, you can't get to a final 6 times and compare yourself to guys who've never been in a final.
Tell me one of those teams that he had where you're like, oh, they get into the Champions League final.
Dude, I 100% agree. But to get there 6 times.
Dude, his Dortmund team was nice. His Dortmund team was very nice against Bayern Munich. That was almost a 50-50 battle.
This is why I say curse, guys, because look how that ended. Götze, your best playmaker, your spark plug at that moment, the guy who gave that little bit of extra magic, he's not allowed to play in the game because your rival
Tom
has bought him.
Tom, he was allowed to, chose not to.
Well, Bayern put that pressure on him. So come on. That was the mob right there. Like, hey, if you like your family type stuff, right? And then
man.
His best player, the only superstar Liverpool has, gets injured in the final. It's a shoulder injury. Some people may judge Salah for that, just kind of saying toughen it out. But every time you jog, your shoulder kills if it's hurting. So that's another curse. That's why I bring up curse. Is this dude really cursed?
We also don't know what part of the shoulder hurt as well. But we're going to talk about that real quick. Let's talk about the €1 billion lawsuit against Real Madrid captain Sergio Ramos.
Such bullshit,
by an Egyptian lawyer.
You dry your eyes out there. Everyone's crying their eyes out, man. I'm sick of it. 400,000 petition to see Ramos banned further from World Cup or Champions League next year. Get over it, man. Get over it.
I would see this.
People have had worse challenges. It's like Ashley Young on Aguero. Almost broke his ankle. with a studs up challenge, way more cynical, way more dangerous. There was no 400,000 lawsuit to get or petition to get him banned from more games.
Agreed.
Everyone's so sensitive about this. Guy went down, fair challenge, got hurt.
Fair challenge.
That's the game.
Oh, stop, Al.
Huss. I mean, even if it was an unfair challenge, and I told you at the start of this episode, I agree with you. That was snaky shit by Ramos, but it's a competitive sport. He didn't do anything outside the rules. Like, there was no red card there. Like, you can have VAR as much as you want. There's no red card there. But we all know, like, as football fans, as football pundits, football fanatics, we know what Sergio Ramos did. He kept his arm in there so he couldn't brace his fall. Try to injure the player. I don't think he was trying to, kill the dude's career or anything.
I think he's trying to get him out of the game.
Yeah, sure, man. But like Al said, perfect point. Ashley Young goes studs up on Aguero. Dude, that was the most red card we've ever seen. And Ashley Young didn't get any post game.
And Aguero can't even play. He hasn't been able to play.
Yeah, Aguero's been injured since. Great shout out, man. Like, and I'm a
United. That was a horrible tackle.
It was.
The story is Fugazi. It's obviously not going to go anywhere. Nothing's going to happen out of it. It's just they'll add something to the story. It's just a little funny that someone actually went out and did it.
Such a Fugazi final.
Dude's
Crazy.
a bitch.
It was crazy, man. That's what you get though. You try play with the lion, you get bit.
You don't go near him. You don't go near Ramos, especially if you're half a foot shorter than him. You get smoked.
You know, Ramos is that fucking what's it called? That dragon. He's a Komodo dragon, dude. He'll bite you and then walk and like follow you behind and watch you just
wait till you die
with that venom. Yeah, there's no lying about Ramos. Dude.
24 red cards, man, in his career. 24 red cards, but in the Champions League, he's only been sent off, I think, 3 times.
That's that
out of 24.
Now, look, I love Ramos, man. He's an absolute legend. Like Tom said, obviously, I'm not happy with him ruining the finals. I would have loved to see Salah expose Tom's boy Marcelo. You know, there's a little bit of personal gripe in this, but to be fair, man, I would have done the same thing. If you're a competitor, bro, if you're a true competitor, you try to knock out the other guy's best player within the rules of the game. And sometimes it's worth the red, and sometimes you can get away with it without taking a red card. Like,
Ramos isn't a Komodo dragon. He's a tick. He'll attach himself to your body.
Lyme disease.
He'll suck your blood. And guess what? He's going to give you Lyme disease. There's no cure for Lyme disease. You're going to have that for life.
Your blood.
And you won't be able to move because all your joints are hurting.
Dude, real quick, I think we brushed up on this. Man, this is making me nervous for this summer. Little transfer talk. Fabinho stolen right underneath Mourinho's nose. Goes to Liverpool. One of the first major signings from the top 6 clubs. Liverpool, man, this is what we're talking about. Once you make a Champions League final, players around the world start to pay attention. The top prospects, those prime A potential world-class beef, starts to pay attention. And Klopp managed to secure Fabinho, a guy who's been looked at by Pep Guardiola as well, all kinds of clubs. And man, this is great business for Liverpool.
Hey, hold on, Tiki. To that note, Tiki. Yes, Liverpool did snatch him from under United's nose, but I mean, they got a guy not going to the World Cup for Brazil, where United are looking at a guy named Fred, who is on his way to the World Cup.
Like that.
Donetsk boy. Go ahead, Liverpool. You take the Karius. You take these guys floating on the see where that gets you. We'll take the guy going to the World Cup. We'll take the next guy up the ladder. We're not going to mess around trying to build somebody. No, we want the guy who's ready to play. That's the guy. Hopes and dreams.
Was that guy?
Adam Lallana. No, we're going for the big time.
A couple years ago, Firmino was that guy, and then he became into a great player. So yeah, Firmino could become that guy. And he's also playing in La Liga, Ligue 1. So it's a tougher league where Fred is. And then when it comes down to it, it's another Brazilian for Liverpool, and you see that they're adding some South American flair. Because when it comes down to young talent, is it easy to say that France and Brazil have the best young talent right now going into the World Cup or just national programs?
Germany.
No, Germany. Sorry, yeah, forgot Germany. So those are the 3 best.
USA.
Yeah, bring back Clint Dempsey.
Yo, Huss, I'm gonna buy you a Karius jersey, bro.
Dude, my good. All
Covered in butter.
Did we even really talk about that second goal? The one where Gareth Bale gets the ball, fires it in, and I don't even understand how it happened. Like Karius,
I'm going to punch it. I'm going to catch it. I'm going to punch it, and I'm going to jump in the air, and it's going to go over me.
Look, to be fair, man, Huss, to be fair, it knuckled. At first, like you watch the replay of that ball, it doesn't really spin, man. So, and then they finally give us a replay behind the net, and you see a last minute it turns, and Karius wanted to like parry it down to his feet, let it bounce and catch it. Then it realizes it's spinning, and all of a sudden he tries to like punch it away or parry it away, but it was too late.
He tried to catch it. That's where he fucked up. He tried to catch it. And a knuckleball, you either punch it or like.
But he didn't. But that's what I'm saying. He didn't know it was a knuckle until it took a turn last minute. If you watch it,
he tried to catch it. Even if it took a turn, you do the safe thing. What do the top goalies do?
But he didn't have time to react, man. He didn't have time to. It was just
He touched it. Look, Allison saves that. Navas saves that. Oblak saves that. And the reason why I said those three is because those are the three goalkeepers they've been attached to the most. They need a goalkeeper, a new one. Enough with projects, as we've said before.
Bring back Mignolet.
If you want to hang out with the big dogs, you need to get the big dogs. Now's the time to get these players. Don't try to develop Karius, because in one swift motion, boom, great year. Nope, not anymore, because you just effed up twice.
He had a couple of good saves this game, though.
Yeah, he also had two blunders that ruined the game.
He denied Ronaldo point blank. He had a couple of good saves in the second half too. And on the other side too, Navas, man, everyone knocking him. I knock him especially, but in this game he had a great save early on that really kept Madrid in this. That save from Alexander-Arnold was brilliant. You know, and this guy's won Champions Leagues with Real Madrid, so it's like, do they need a goalie? They really don't. Maybe for the league. I mean, I think they need an upgrade, but Navas is getting to that, you know, world-class level with his trophy haul, at least.
Yeah, man, it'll be.
Karius at Liverpool.
You what? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Are you finished with Karius at Liverpool? Should they sell
Karius? No. They shouldn't sell him. The fact of the matter is he shouldn't be the number one at the moment. Mignolet should be out. They should get Mignolet, bye-bye. See you later. Adios. Bye, Felicia. Then you go and get a legitimate goalkeeper, as in Oblak, if they can get him. Then you develop Karius behind him. Or actually, if you want to develop a goalie, there's a goalkeeper they've also been linked to now from AC Milan, Donnarumma. I can't say his name because it's so many guys. I can't say his name. It's like his name has like 31 letters in his last name.
No, dude, it's just Donnarumma. Like that's it. Like if you just hooked on phonics it,
whatever.
Donnarumma.
Yeah. But the thing is, that's the player, that's the young goalkeeping talent. If you want to develop,
then again, you watch him at Milan, right? He had a blunder in the what's it called? The Serie A version of the FA Cup. He had 2 mistakes he made, dude. So like goalkeeper, man, you look at De Gea in those first 2 years at United, they could have easily been like, you know what? We've had guys like Van der Sar, we've had guys who are just absolute legends in the net. We don't have time to wait. I agree with you, Haas. I'm not saying Karius should automatically get the number 1 jersey. Keep him next year. Let him develop. Let him earn it. Sure, you want to bring in competition. But if you're going to bring someone in, I don't know if you should be bringing in a guy like Donnarumma. That position for you right now is a massively important position. You should bring someone in like Oblak. Someone in maybe like Ter Stegen who's splitting time. Or maybe even Sillerson, dude. Or Alisson who's got legs, who's, you know, played futsal growing up. And that's what Liverpool plays out of the back with. Like, to bring in Donnarumma, another project, and he's going to come to the EPL. He's never left Italy before. It's going to be dangerous. You need a guy who's tried and tested, like a Virgil van Dijk.
Well, the big thing when I say that is that first things first, there's a difference between being 24 and 19 or whatever he is, 20 now. So, again, if there was any project in the world, it would have to be him, Donnarumma. Because this team right now, this Liverpool team is not priming. They're going to be the best Liverpool team of this group, probably being hopefully next probably 2 years if Salah really does stay.
No, Huss, that's the problem though, is that Liverpool doesn't have that kind of time, man. You need to put together a team next year that can challenge for the Premier League. Hopefully, Jose said, hopefully Man City doesn't play as well as they did. Hopefully this year was an overachieving year because there's no team in a position next year to get 100 points unless you're signing 8 players. But you don't have Liverpool doesn't have 2 years because before you know it, someone's going to come in for Mane. Before you know it, someone's going to come in for Salah. Before you know it, someone's going to come in for Firmino. You have to put up a challenge next year, and getting a goalie who's ready for that, Oblak, Allison. That's what you need to do now. This whole thing. That's what what's his name? Brendan Rodgers got caught in. Suarez was out there balling. He's like, "Yo, I need help. I need help. I need help." They brought in Sterling, a youngster.
What did United do? They get a young goalkeeper from Atletico Madrid.
No, but with United, we had time, man. He came in. Fergie was still there, dude. We still had that Fergie magic. We won the Premier League with De Gea back there. You know what I mean? Like we still won the league with our shaky goalkeeper back there. Liverpool hasn't won the Premier League since I've been born, bro.
No, I understand that, but I think that's still a step in the right direction because people know what he's about. People know that he has a very good chance to becoming not the next Buffon, but the next best thing. So if he's coming in, the magic of the new Liverpool, that's still going forward.
But again, it's still Project Liverpool. You're not established Liverpool. You're gonna lose Salah to Real Madrid if he scores another 40 goals.
But how many teams are selling their goalkeepers?
Okay, no, but you got to go in and just get them. You got to pay whatever it takes. Never mind what you're selling. If you got to go in and say 80 million for Oblak or Allison, you got to pay that money and patch that hole right away. Show Salah that you're serious about winning, trying to win something next year. Whether you win it or not, that's different. That's a different debate. But your signings will let your current players know, your current studs know how serious you are about making this a short-term win project.
Give Man City and Pep credit for signing Ederson. He was a young goalie, at 23 years old when he came in from Benfica, and he managed to work out. So, like, I'm with both of y'all. You could sign a special one in Donnarumma, who could make an instant impact, but he will make his errors because he's still young and learning. Or you could just go with the experience.
But even
Leno, who's a little bit younger, but he seems to have a little bit more experience.
Leno's a great signing, bro. Yeah, it's not about age. It's about experience. Donnarumma had a nightmare season. This season killed his confidence. He started the season with the Milan fans throwing money at him, all because this kid wanted more money because he's starting at 16 years old. I don't think that was unfair for him to ask for more money, but literally they were throwing money at this kid, like the fans, in disgust.
Reminds me of the Sterling stuff.
Yeah, man. So he's coming in already confidence depleted. He's coming to a country where he doesn't speak the language. Like, why would you take that risk right now when you're trying to convince Salah to stay away from Real Madrid? Fine. Leno, great suggestion, Tom. Great suggestion. Get guys with experience, guys who get those first team reps. Yeah, they might not work out, but at least you know for the last 3 or 4 seasons, these dudes have been ticking upwards.
Now, Arsenal's going to get Leno. Let's go.
Please. Arsenal's going to get Butland, bro. That's who you guys are about.
You guys want to put a button on this thing?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Huss, any final words, bro?
Look, going into the season, no one thought Liverpool were even going to the semifinals. Maybe not even quarterfinals.
Got lucky.
When it came down to it, look at all the ups and downs of the season. They're still moving forward. So for Liverpool fans, you still have to feel good with Robinson, Alexander-Arnold, Salah. I mean, Mane still really didn't kick into gear yet. So next year, hopefully he kicks into gear. Firmino made a huge jump. Everyone's making a huge jump. And then with Fabinho and then maybe a couple more signings. So even though it was sad to lose, you still have to keep your head up and know that they did overcome many challenges.
Shit pool. Shit pool.
Could have 3 of their top line score 10 goals. Salah 10 goals. Firmino 10 goals and Mane 10 goals in the Champions League. So 30 goals between the 3 of them. Pretty damn dangerous. This was a surprise, as you said, Huss. They exceeded expectations, and now they have to live up to them next year with signings like Nabil Fekir, Naby Keita, and guys like that. So it's going to be interesting to see what Liverpool does. But as far as Real Madrid, they are the best soccer team ever.
Ever. And a quick note on the Madrid teams, man. I mean, you got Real Madrid obviously winning the Champions League, but Atletico Madrid winning the Europa League. So both clubs from Madrid winning the biggest European trophies around, Class A, Class B level. It speaks to the strength of the Spanish league. The fact that they were able to beat Arsenal, beat Liverpool, and everyone else.
I'm not gonna spiral, bro, but is it really the strength of the league or the weakness of the league to where they can coast with 30 games out of the season, show up for 8, and then focus on?
I think the strength. I think I say it because I think the fact that you play teams like Barcelona and Real Madrid,
twice.
that are so
That's
good.
4 games though. That's 4 games out of 38.
I'm saying the fact that you have to compete against these guys. Like the level you're playing against, it's almost impossible to stop these guys. So then you go from playing them to playing other teams
to playing Girona.
I think it's a good warm up. Like it gives them, it primes them for these European competitions.
Levante beat Barca 5-4, stopped that undefeated streak. So as much as we like to say,
and fucking and Birmingham, not Birmingham, Brighton beat United. And Everton almost beat City. Like, dude, man, we're gonna spiral out. EPL for me is the hardest league in the world.
Dude, else is no way, man. Not anymore, man. This year was ridiculous. There was no.
Barca was undefeated.
There was no
Barca
consistency.
was undefeated until match day 35, bro. Just gonna say that. Barca undefeated.
Give them a knock because Arsenal also went undefeated. So you're gonna give the EPL a knock because they were invincibles. There was Arsenal.
No, they were undefeated with 11 ties, bro. That's proper. Like that, they had a scrap for that undefeated. They didn't cruise to that undefeated record. They had to earn it. That was hard.
Man City may not have been undefeated, man, but they may as well have been undefeated the way they played. And the rest of the league couldn't keep up. And from 7th down to 17th, man, it was interchangeable. There was no consistency.
That's what I'm
awful.
saying.
It was absolutely dreadful.
I don't think it was awful.
England was weak this year, man. The league was weak.
No way, bro. The league was hard. That's why you had Burnley chasing down Arsenal to the last day of the fucking league, bro. Arsenal left it to like match day 35 to knock off Burnley. Like Burnley, a bunch of nobodies are going to be in Europa.
Arsenal, though. That's not Arsenal, man.
La Liga's top 3 can probably fuck most countries up. I'll give you that. La Liga's top 3, Atletico, Real Madrid. Yeah, Atletico, Real Madrid, Sevilla, Barcelona could probably fuck most teams up. I'll give you that. Those 4 teams are probably the best teams in the world. You can debate that. But the rest of them, bro, I mean, they're there for a paycheck.
Nah, man. Valencia finished 4th this year in La Liga. Villarreal finished 5th. Real Betis finished 6th. And the great Sevilla we'll talk about, they finished 7th. So I'm telling you, man, look, for me, La Liga is the most technical league in the world. Therefore, it's the best. You know what I mean? Like
I'm talking competitive. Yes, individually, these guys, like if you're like, yo, here's a 60-yard ball in the air, bring this down. Of course, La Liga, Germany, Italy, of course, those guys have better technique than freaking guys at Burnley playing. But if you're like, here are 38 games with no winter break, dude, those Spanish teams outside of those 4 are struggling, bro, because it's so athletic, so competitive. Dude, they're talking about putting in a winter break in England because they realize that they're just cannibalizing each other.
Now the schedule is vicious.
It's the schedule, the competition, bro. You can show up and get your ass kicked by Huddersfield. Like that's a real thing, man.
It's about the money.
Yeah, the money, the transfers, bro. You got world-class internationals like Shaqiri fighting for relegation, bro. Like, come on, man. Like this league is insane.
But how good were Stoke this year, man? It doesn't matter. Shaqiri was there. Stoke was crap.
Yeah, Stoke was crap, but without Shaqiri, it would have been even worse, bro. That's my point. You got a team, you got a league where teams in 20th place have a guy who can start on just about any national team. You give me the 20th place team that got relegated this year in La Liga, that motherfucker's not starting on any fucking national team or top national team. He's probably starting for South Africa. Love my people, but
that's just the wealth of the Premier League, man. That doesn't really if anything, the money's making it weaker. Because I've been with you for my whole life, man, about England being superior to everybody. That from 6 down to 15, they can beat Spain, all these clubs. But I'm starting to see this past season change my mind a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
No, look, that's fair, man. Sorry, go ahead, Al.
No, I'm just starting to see things change. I think the gulf between the top 5, top 6, and the rest of the league is becoming too big. And yeah, you got Huddersfield and all these other teams, but I don't think they can compete across Europe.
Dude, the fact that guys like Richarlison, like promising kids like that are going to Watford, that's what I'm like. The money makes the league more competitive for me. Like, again, I give it to you. Those top 4 Spanish teams could probably beat most teams, 90% of the teams, including Man United, in the Premier League. But because Stoke has $100 million to spend when Girona doesn't have $100 million, Real Sociedad doesn't have $100 million, that means you can sign better talent, man. That means the league comes up as a whole, but the problem is the league cannibalizes each other. The fact that you can't take time off. You can't play your B squad against Stoke and win. You got to fucking play your A team, and then on that Tuesday or Wednesday, you have to play Champions League against Messi, against fucking AS Roma. That's why I'm saying the league is just more competitive for me. It makes it better. But individually, Al, I'm with you, man. These guys individually in Spain and Italy, those dudes are ballers, man. They're absolute ballers. They're taught the right way to play football. It's not about how strong and fast you are. It's about your technique and your mind. It's beautiful. But man, you put those Spanish teams from 5th place to 19th or 20th place in an EPL schedule with that winter schedule, that Christmas schedule, where you're playing what was it, 6 games over 20 days, something crazy like that, bro. Like, these motherfuckers will burn, bro.
If we're factoring that in, okay, because they're not used to it, but we're just talking pound for pound.
But that's what we're talking about, man. Like, individually, yeah, man, I'm with you, bro. Like, individually, the Spanish players, incredibly talented, always have been, man. The goalkeepers have a better touch than some of the goalkeepers have better touch than Lukaku, bro. You know what I mean? Like, for real. But as teams, as a league, Chelsea can't take a fucking break and relax when they're playing Bournemouth because fucking Josh King will come in and score a brace. It's crazy, but yeah, again,
with this money too, we're only seeing the beginning. The point is, I mean, if Neymar does come to Man City, that's a team that I do want to see play Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern,
dude, and
PSG.
And they will, man. Literally, Pep has shown, like, broke 13 records this year in the Premier League. He's shown, okay, I've handled the Premier League. The signings they make this summer are going to be signings for Champions League. And everyone was talking shit about Pep's system in the Premier League. Oh, bring your system to the Premier League. You can't win here. Now everyone's saying, well, great, you won the Premier League, but you can't win a Champions League. Like, you motherfuckers are sleeping again. You're underestimating this dude's genius. All the signings he's going to make, and he'll probably do something crazy like sign 6 center backs, and everyone will be laughing like, oh, you spent $200 million on 6 center backs.
Then play him as forward.
Yeah, then he'll win, dude. He signed 4 fullbacks last year, 4 fullbacks with $200 million, and he broke 13 Premier League records when everyone was saying your tiki-taka bullshit has no place here. Don't sleep on Pep making a run in the Champions League. I'm not saying they're going to win, and I hope they don't because I fucking hate those blue cunts. But, man, this underestimation of Pep has got to stop. It's got to stop.
And it's official. We officially spiraled into another dimension.
And we lost Tom along the way.
Yeah, we did. He didn't give us his 5%, 2%. But all right, guys, thank you for joining us. As always, we'll have some World Cup stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks or so before the tourney kicks off. I hope you guys are as pumped as we are. Of course, U.S. men's national team is not in, a bunch of bums. Stop coming home, guys. Stop coming to boost the MLS. Stop that bullshit. Stay in Europe, compete, fight, earn your place, earn your keep, and we'll see the U.S. men's national team back in the World Cup by 2022. Either way, we're going to enjoy it. We all have teams we're rooting for. You'll find out who those teams are. We got bets coming up. I mean, we're talking Belgium. It's going to go further than Brazil. Hot takes.
How about that, man? And also with Egypt and Salah, I mean, the reports are that he didn't dislocate his shoulder. He just strained some ligaments in the shoulder. So not as bad as first feared, which makes him a bigger pussy for not even carrying on. Yeah, Franz Beckenbauer, World Cup final, dislocates his shoulder. He plays the rest of the game.
Is that official?
Take him up. He's not coming off the field.
Al, I was going to say, did his tampon slip out of his shoulder? Is that why he didn't finish the game?
Honestly.
Unless his shoulder's not fucking popped out, you finish that game. You get your shot at halftime. Again, a little shot to the shoulder.
Is that official? Because
it was an injury update.
Because there's mixed stories out there. Some people are saying that he won't even play in the World Cup. Some people are saying he's going to be good in 2 weeks.
The Sun's saying that.
So the Egyptian FA later tweeted that they had been informed Salah sustained a sprained to the shoulder ligaments.
Yeah, well, that's Egypt, because if they say that he's out of the World Cup, the pyramids are going to fall right now.
Yeah, it's not that, man. The fact is that he didn't dislocate anything. He just, I found my shoulder. It's happened to me, man. Happened to me twice last winter.
And what did you do, Al?
I kept playing, man.
Thank you, bro.
I couldn't even see my shoulder for the next 2 weeks.
Sorry, Al.
I couldn't move it.
How much did they pay you to keep playing?
Nothing.
Thank you, bro.
Nothing.
Salah, you're fucking puss, bro.
No, come on now.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. We'll catch
Real Madrid.
you.
Hala Madrid.
Hala Madrid.